All right, guys, this is a treat for you. We have three of the different Beretta models that are actually currently coming into the United States as military surplus. And so I'm going to just go over some of the features, the kind of evolution from the 1951 to the 1981 to the 92S. And so you can still find all three of these for basically $299, $199, and then $299. So they're actually reasonably priced. And with Berettas, they're fantastically made. So there's no wonder that stuff from 1950s is still surviving. And so I'm gonna go over the what I pulled from Wikipedia, some information that's actually factual. And just start off with the 1951. It was produced from 1949 to 1980. It was also manufactured in Egypt as the Helwan and in Iraq as the Tariq. The civilian model of the 1951 was called the Brigadier. It's a single stack, 8-round magazine. It has a heel safety. It also had heel magazine release, and then a crossbolt safety. The gun is, let me go ahead and cock that. To actuate the hammer has to be cocked to use the safety on this gun. It's not really hard to press. It's kind of a unique feature, which I don't think I've seen on too many handguns. It is short recoil and not blowback. What else can I say about this? It has a steel frame, steel slide. It's basically a blued condition. This one's actually in fair shape for something that's been around for, since the 49. And so obviously they're not producing this gun anymore. And when they do come in the country, they're kind of scarce. So if you see them, they may only have 500 of these. So they'll sell really quickly and then they're gone. So probably in another decade or two, you may not ever see the 51 Berettas make it back onto the market. Because I doubt that they made a ton of these. So, and not that many are actually going to show up in the U.S. So if you want a 1951 Beretta, just for old school sake, get one the moment you see it. And so from the 1951, we're going to the Beretta 1981, which is a double stack 32 ACP 12-round magazine. It does have a frame-mounted safety. Like I said, it's double to single action. As an American-style magazine release, but you can see how the design has kind of morphed, like the whole shape of the gun and the open slide. They kept the design. There's no real other pistols that look like this, and so they are doing their own thing. The frame on this one is aluminum, whereas this one is steel. So pretty much by the time they hit the 81 series or the Cheetah, they've gone away from the steel frame. And so if you buy a new one and it's blued or black, it's gonna have a aluminum frame and not a stainless steel frame. I like the compact size of these. They have basically fixed sights on them. The same with this guy here. So you can wind adjust the rear, and the front sight is just a tiny little nubbin. That's the theme you see with every single one of these Berettas. They don't want people screwing with the front sight, so it's machined into the slide. So you ain't getting replacement sights for these guns, so it's best just to shoot them as is. So the Beretta 81 Cheetah, the 81 comes in a double stack, like I said, for 32. They also made the model 82, which is a 380 single stack, and the 83 and 84 are double stack 380s. Basically the exact same gun. So 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85 are basically the same gun, just in different chamber ends. 85 being the 22 long rifle, which I've never actually seen in the US. So that's kind of probably a rare bird. And then as the line moves down, Actually, I'll tell you when the Beretta was actually produced, the 81. So it was produced basically from 1976 to the present. So they may still make occasional runs of the 81, 82, and 83s for whatever reason. Even though they're not popular here in the US, they're probably popular in Italy and other places where they just don't need a heavy caliber like 9mm. I was actually shocked that the Beretta 51 is actually chambered in 9mm. You know, they didn't actually come up with that round. I thought it might be chambered in something else, but it's definitely a 9, 32 ACP, 380, 22. And then you have our 92 series. This is the S. So it's a heel release. And the decocker / safety, actually put the safety up. You can thumb the hammer like so. And to decock it, you just press it down. And that makes the trigger dead. It won't do anything. So you have to press the safety up to be able to use the trigger. And so this was a surplus one that we got for $2.99. It was stripped totally down, blasted everything, replaced springs, and then it got Cerakoted OD green and FDE. And I think about the only thing that was paid for in addition to the pistol itself was just adding some nice G10 grips. And I believe you changed out the springs on it?
The trigger spring.
Yeah, so the trigger spring in this was replaced since he already had everything out. He went ahead and just swapped out the trigger spring. And so that makes this gun pretty darn affordable for $2.99, just having to buy a new set of grips, which the original ones were fine, and a new trigger spring. The 92Ss were produced from 1975 basically till present. So they're still making variations of basically the same gun. So it may be the 92F or the FS or the 92G. They're all basically the same size gun, mag wall, everything. Just small minor changes like making the sights dovetail front and rear versus having these fixed sights like all the military models. Eventually, the current model Berettas are eventually going to hit the market since they adopted a new handgun, but nobody actually knows when those surplus pistols will start rolling in large quantities. So this is just 3 examples of the Berettas you can purchase as military surplus right now. You can see the evolution from 51 to 81, pretty much into the present style of Beretta that they're doing today. That's it. That's a good look at the 3 Berettas.